I'm Cook and having a party around the northwest for this Thursday afternoon. Excuse me. Now in Kilmacrennan, let's turn the focus on Kilmacrennan, and in particular a part of Kilmacrennan, namely the men's shed, because they're celebrating 10 years in Kilmacrennan this Saturday. They're having an open day and a coffee morning, and it's actually coincides with Men's Health Week. The secretary, Raymond McBride, who's originally from Downing's Garrett, just telling me they're all fair, but living in Kilmacrennan for the last 20 years, and he joined 3 years after the men's shed was set up. And Jim Doherty, who's chairman and a founding member, both join me now in the studio. Gentlemen, thanks for coming in for a wee chat.
Thank you. Thank you, John.
Okay, let's start with you, Raymond. The men's shed doing sterling work. I should say the award-winning men's shed, because you do sterling work, and that work was recognised in council awards a few years back.
It was indeed, yes. We entered a candy cart float, which we made out of mostly recycled material, and it won the first recycling competition funded by Donegal County Council. We won the initial award, and we're very honoured to get it, very surprised, but it was and the project is still there. We'll be bringing it out again on Saturday and using it for displaying some of our wood turning wares that we have. Yeah. One of our members turns quite a lot, quite a few of them turn, but one of them in particular turns some very nice pieces, and him and another member are going to do a wood turning display or Saturday. Demonstration on the day, continuing throughout the day, for a piece of select wood turning that will be gifted to the winner.
Okay,
and the
so
winner
there'll be
will
a competition on the day.
The competition is that when you donate to the hospice through the coffee morning, you'll get a ticket, and when the piece is finished and the day is over, the piece will be
will get that piece.
The winner will get that piece, and it'll be a one-off, made on the day by
totally unique,
not available to buy anywhere.
Jim, turning to you, the men's shed, the concept behind it, just briefly explain it, and then how it started in Kilmacrennan 10 years ago.
Well, the men's shed is it started originally in Australia, and the ethos of the men's shed is that men are very bad at talking, and someone figured out that when men stand side by side, they share information with each other.
Talk more to each other.
They talk more to each other. I mean, men could be fixing an old lawnmower or something like that, and they could work at it for hours, and the lawnmower might still be broken after they were finished, but they'd have talked a lot. Yeah. And that is really what men's sheds are about. It's a way of men communicating, and if they have problems, they usually come out.
Problem shared,
yeah.
And then I suppose it's up to the men's shed not only to provide the forum to bring men together, but then just to have a focus so that there's they're applying themselves to something and then more likely to talk. Well, it's not just about talking; it's about being active as well. And men of a certain age, just to have something to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of men of our age that just sit in the house, and
that's not healthy.
I mean, it's not healthy, and we like to try and get as many people out as possible. We'd love if a lot of men came along to our open day, even if they have no intention of enjoying or joining our shed. They may want to go then and talk to the lads in their own local shed, wherever that may be.
Yeah.
Our shed came about by, it was our former parish priest, Father Paddy Dunn, asked me after my late wife died to think about forming a men's shed. And I did nothing for a while, and he asked me again, how's I getting on with it?
Asking for a progress update.
Yes.
Nothing was done.
Absolutely nothing had been done. So, but he put me thinking, and I thought, well, maybe why not? Yeah. So that's where it started from. We had no premises and no members. We got a meeting going, and eventually we got the premises from one of our now members who owns the premises, and we lease it to him for a very reasonable,
Great.
or from him for a very reasonable figure.
Yeah, great. And Raymond, it's important that you have your own premises that you know is there, you can rely on, and that I suppose it serves your purpose.
Well,
It's suitable.
At the minute, our premises is it's suitable to a degree. We're very limited in what we can do, but at the same time, when we're doing something, we don't have to tidy up at the end of the night, yes, but we don't have to put everything away and worry where will it be next week or where will it be tomorrow. So our aim eventually would be to secure a bit of land and construct a shed that would belong to the members, would be there for, not for me, for the men. That's not my shed, it's not Jim's shed, it's everybody's shed. And in 20 years' time, that somebody like me might decide, well, I'll join the men's shed, and it's there for them. And the big thing is, for me, is the fact of having the premises there means we have the base now. So from there we build.
Okay. Well, they're ambitious plans. And it's not just as Jim was saying there about coming together and having a focus and doing a bit of chatting, but it's looking back over the 10 years, or in your case 7 years or whatever, and seeing everything that's been created and looking back at the number of things that was done and the various things that you held and supported, and for instance out at the St. Patrick's Day parade and so on. So there's a lot to celebrate.
There's like Jim just asked earlier on. We were talking about it. How many projects did we do? And there's too many to start naming them all out. But with the help of everybody in the shed, and as I say again, it's everybody's shed. The big thing is to get more projects. We could do 100 more if we had more people. But then if you have more people, it might get like a business. And we're not a business. It's a bit of crack.
Yeah.
It's a bit of fun. We were looking at the tombola out there, and we've recently been asked to make one. So now we've got an idea. We don't have a plan, but we have a description and a photograph of your tombola.
Good.
So it's something to...
Yeah, something to focus on.
Yeah, something to focus on, you know.
But when you do focus on something and create it, the different members then bring different skills to the table, and it is a collective effort. Yeah. But it's great then to see, like, whether that's a seat or a bird table or something, and you're able to supply, like local schools. You made stuff, for instance, for local schools.
We made quite a bit of stuff for local schools, like our own local school in Kilmacrennan. We made stuff for Garton School. We made stuff for a school in Ramelton, Trenta, and
Woodlands
School as well.
Lifford.
I mean, that's making a difference.
Yeah.
Terman, Creeving, the Play School, the Neenery in Terman, all those sort of places are local for Oiga Group.
Yeah.
The MS Society.
Yes.
You know.
That's brilliant. I mean, that's making a practical difference.
Well, it's making a practical difference, but as well as that, like, we've drank a lot of cups of tea in that time.
Well, that's making a difference too. It just might not be as practical, but it's making a difference too, for sure. It's not all about coming together in a fixed spot and doing things with your hands. I mean, you go out and about as well now and again.
Yeah, we do. I mean, part of Saturday's commemoration is a walk, and the walk is to do with men's health. Yeah. And that is the type of thing that we like to promote as well.
Yes, but
and
mental as well as physical. I mean, something could be going on physically, and men wouldn't necessarily talk, or might have nobody to talk to about it, and will come to a men's shed and mention it in passing. You two boys seem to me like talkers, but I'm sure there's fellas that come to the men's shed and they're quite happy to put their head down and do whatever's put in front of them, but they wouldn't be talkers.
Well,
we think they wouldn't be talkers.
Most people talk if you get them in the right situation. Yeah. It's just creating the right situation to get them talking.
Okay.
We love to talk. Like most, look, you think we hated each other at times if you were in there.
And you know, it's a place to talk as well that doesn't involve alcohol. You're not sat up at a bar.
No.
And the thing is, coming to the men's shed, you don't have to worry about are you pleasing the man beside you, or do you even know him. We had a man walked in on Tuesday night, knocked on the door, didn't know him, never met the man, none of us knew him. Everybody thought he was with somebody, and he brought 2 cakes with him.
Good start, yeah.
And the first thing he asked was, "Will I put on the kettle?" And somebody said, "Well, not yet." But before we left, the 2 cakes were gone.
Okay.
But that man left, and he texted yesterday just to say thank you.
Great.
Nothing else, just enjoyed it.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
And that's what we're about. That's what a man shed. Not only here, as Jim said, like we have been to, we went to Newry and Mourne with the cross-border cooperation thing, and they brought us down to the Carrickdale Hotel in Dundalk, and we had a mighty 2 days. We were in Ironmore last Thursday. There were 70 of us out there through DLDC.
All the different men sheds.
All the different, for the Ironmore men's shed opening. You know, things like that.
So there's still men's sheds opening, you know, around the county, around the country. There's still more.
2 more new ones now in Donegal coming online, and 2 more that have opened this year.
It's a safe place and it's a welcoming place. And even if you only come for one night, so what? You come and stay and come regularly, then all the better.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, I was missing last Tuesday night, and they were having a meeting about the open day, and I didn't mind. I mean, everybody else. It's not my, as Raymond says, it's not my shed. It's everybody's shed, and we all like to put our input in. We all like to think at times that we can't be done without, but that's not the case.
No, but it does take a secretary and a chairman or whatever to coordinate things and keep there has to be some sort of a structure, you know. So somebody has to take care of a few different roles within. But as you're pointing out, it's for everybody in the shed.
It's for everybody, and like we have been very, very fortunate. Yeah. And since Jim and them started the shed, initially they started with nothing, and through DLDC, the ETB, the Donegal County Councillors and the DFI Fund and the Members Fund, the ETB have been magnificent in providing us with training and skills from the proper people. They've run wood turning courses for us, bowl turning courses. They've funded, the DFI Fund has been, without doubt, one of the biggest things.
Yes, right.
Helping us equip our workshop. There's no good in having the workshop if you have nothing in it. And like other sheds do a lot of art. That's brilliant. Other sheds do metalwork. You know, we're open to try anything, but unfortunately in the building we're in, we're restricted.
Okay.
So going forward, you don't know what'll happen.
Excuse me. But just staying with skills, there's some people who will be thinking, well, I'll go along there, but I have nothing to bring to the table. I don't, I'm not great with my hands. But you're never too late to learn a skill.
Yeah, but you don't even have to learn a skill either. You mean, communications is a skill, and there's many skills besides actually working with your hands. People can tell stories, people can write, people can do lots of things. And
cut the cake.
Cut cake, or make the tea.
Yeah. Bring cake.
Yeah. Make the cake to bring.
Most 10 of us did a bowl making course there over 7 weeks in January and February. And a year ago, I would dare say 5 out of those men would never have even looked at the lathe. And just on Tuesday night, we asked one of them about making a bowl. Would he feel competent? Oh, he says, after the course, I would try it. So the man that taught us, his skills would be lost going forward. Jim's art skills would be lost going forward. I don't know, as Jim says, everybody has a different skill, and just being there can make a difference.
So whether you have a skill or you don't, or whether you have a skill or don't think you have a skill, because everybody, Jim, as you say, has a skill of one sort or another, just might not realise it. welcome along to your men's shed, or any men's shed for that matter, on Saturday. The times, by the way, on Saturday, is it through the day?
The time is we're starting with a walk, with a Men's Health Week walk on Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
Where's that from?
It's from the shed, and it's going up through an.
Where's the shed located, by the way?
It's located on the road that heads in the direction of Milford from the square in Kilmacrennan.
Okay.
It is between the square and where Nora's Bar is.
All right.
So it's there on the left-hand side as you head towards Milford.
Right
So
next door to Nora's.
Yeah.
And
That's it's easy to find.
The walk will be safely on the walkway. You can walk, if you really want to walk, you can leave Kilmacrennan and stay on the walkway and walk right up here to Highland Radio. Because there's a walkway the whole way.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that length, so don't anybody be thinking they're going to be killed walking up the hill. But we'll walk up past Northwest Aluminium and back to the shed.
Okay.
And
Then after that, the coffee morning starts at 11, and it will run until we run out of people.
That's fair enough.
We are not going to put a time
It's a good
on
enough
it.
sort of a time, yeah. Well, listen, good
and
luck
it's
with
the
it.
aid of the hospice.
It's a day
And
of
so anybody wants to take part in that competition, just a donation
Well,
to the
it's not
hospice.
even the taking part in the competition.
Or the
Even
draw.
you don't take any part in it, don't have no interest in it. If you make a donation to the hospice,
You'll be entered.
we'll try and include your name or your number
Fair
and the.
And
You know.
I suppose whether you're already in the part of the men's shed, or you'd like to find out more with a view to come along to take part, or whether you're just interested in, or maybe somebody that goes to the men's shed, you wanted to see more, look behind the scenes, come along on Saturday.
Come along on
Exactly.
Saturday,
Come along on
or
Saturday.
come along any Tuesday night at 7:30.
That's the regular meetup.
That's the regular time. But after that, if any two members who are competent in what they're doing want to do
Want to use
a
the
project, the shed's there.
work away.
As work away, as long as there's two of you there for health and safety.
Regardless of what you can do, we have to be careful with insurance. You need two people there at a time.
Okay, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Okay, then the best luck with the open day and with the men's shed going forward. I know you have ambitious plans. Raymond and Jim, thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Thank
John.
you very much, John.
Thank you.